The man standing outside Elijah's gate looked nothing like the confident businessman who had once driven expensive cars and laughed at every family gathering. His clothes were torn. His face was covered with a thick beard. His body had become so thin that Elijah almost didn't recognize him. For several seconds, neither of them spoke. "I know I don't deserve to be here," he whispered, "but I had nowhere else to go." Elijah stared at him with mixed emotions. For 2 years, he had imagined this moment. He had imagined shouting. He had imagined calling the police. He had imagined slamming the gate in his brother's face. But standing before him was not the proud man who had stolen his identity. This was a man who had already been punished by life. "Come inside," Elijah finally said. Daniel lowered his head in shame. As soon as Daniel entered the house, he broke down in tears. "I've lost everything. I've been sleeping anywhere I could find. Some nights it was bus parks. Other nights it was abandoned buildings. The people I owed kept chasing me. I couldn't even call home. I was too ashamed." Elijah remained silent. Daniel continued. "The money I borrowed never solved anything. I used part of it to settle old debts. I invested the rest in another business. It failed within months. Everything collapsed." He wiped away his tears. "I destroyed your life trying to save mine. I'm sorry." Those words echoed through the room. For years, Elijah had wanted to hear that apology. Now that it had finally come, it didn't erase the pain. The following morning, Elijah took Daniel to see their mother. The old woman burst into tears the moment she saw her firstborn. She hugged him tightly. "My son, I thought you were dead." Daniel fell to his knees. "Mama, forgive me. I've brought nothing but shame to this family." His mother cried as she placed her hands on his head. "My son came back alive. That is enough for me." But Elijah knew it wasn't enough. People had lost money. His own reputation had been destroyed. An apology alone could not repair that. Later that evening, Elijah asked Daniel one question. "If I forgive you today, what happens to the people whose money you collected?" Daniel couldn't answer. He looked down. "I don't know." Elijah took a deep breath. "I've forgiven you as my brother, but forgiveness doesn't erase responsibility. We're going to the police tomorrow." Daniel slowly raised his head. "You'll hand me over. I'm giving you a chance to tell the truth yourself. If you continue running, you'll spend the rest of your life hiding. But if you face what you've done, you might finally find peace." For a long moment, Daniel remained silent. Then he nodded. "You're right. I've been running for too long." The next morning, the two brothers walked into the police station together. Daniel confessed everything. He explained how he had copied Elijah's documents, how he had forged signatures, how he had lied to every finance company. The officers listened carefully. Some of the companies agreed to negotiate repayment because of his confession. Others insisted on following legal procedures. The road ahead would not be easy, but for the first time in years, Daniel stopped running. Months turned into years. Daniel worked wherever he could. Construction sites, loading trucks, cleaning warehouses. Every naira he earned went towards repaying the debts. It wasn't enough to clear everything quickly, but little by little, he kept paying. Elijah also rebuilt his own life. The police investigation officially cleared his name. His financial records were corrected. Another company eventually offered him a senior finance position. This time, nothing stood in his way. The promotion changed his life. He married the woman he loved. He built the modest home he had always dreamed of, not because life had been fair, but because he refused to allow bitterness to control his future. One evening, years later, the brothers sat together outside their mother's house, watching the sun disappear behind the hills. Daniel looked at Elijah. "I still don't understand why you helped me. After everything I did." Elijah smiled gently. "I didn't help you because you deserved it. I helped you because I didn't want hate to destroy 2 lives instead of 1. Daniel nodded slowly. "I'll spend the rest of my life earning back your trust." Elijah placed a hand on his brother's shoulder. "Trust isn't given, it's built, one honest day at a time." If you've watched this story to the end, remember this. Money can be replaced. Jobs can be found again. Even broken reputations can be rebuilt with time. But trust is one of the most valuable things anyone can ever give you. Never abuse the trust of those who love you. And if someone hurts you deeply, forgiveness does not always mean pretending nothing happened. Sometimes, true forgiveness means helping that person face the consequences of their actions, so they have a chance to change. Because love without accountability creates more pain. But love with truth can change a life forever. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes that families should always stand for honesty, responsibility, and second chances.